That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And here is the Redskin defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he would want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh will have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down. And now it's Rosen looking. Short throw taken in by the tight end O'Leary. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. You think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this 1st down and then continue on downfield, try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by the University of Houston product, 31-year-old quarterback Case Keenum.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Keenum. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Keenum nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, it's Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Rosen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a draw play with Drake. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And here come the Redskins now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. Out to the left here to Reed. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Complete, Richardson has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Keenum throwing once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This is everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball's going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
Rosen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rosen completes it to Parker. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So here are the Redskins now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Running, it's Drake. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Keenum. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Keenum now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Check, check. Lucky.
Off the play fake, Keenum. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Again, it's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Thompson.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he hits Drake.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Keenum.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Keenum on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Keenum now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Keenum. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Kimdichie picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it was the Patriots who began yet another title defense with the victory. 21-16, the final. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Willie Snead, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. In the game you're watching, Case Keenum has been the star of the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Keenum to Thompson on the screen. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Albert away and bring up second down.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Drake. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now it's Rosen looking. It's complete to Drake. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Play action here with Rosen. It's complete to Graham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Drake. And an alley to run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Keenum. Throw left side is complete to Reed. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Keenum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Matthews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here.
Come on, QB, come on. Check, check.
They'll try and run it here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Rosen. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matthew Ioannidis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rosen will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Third and long here for Rosen. And here he's got Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he slings one that's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times that
pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. About set now for their next drive, Case Keenum and the Redskins. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your pro? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing is Keenum.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And
now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. After the interception, here's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen is going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. It's Keenum, and Reed with it over the middle. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. So now here come the Dolphins. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rosen. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Rosen, and it's caught by Parker. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Again, Peterson. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run with Drake, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, now it's the safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Off play action. Keenum. And that's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Keenum. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Josh Rosen in the offense. Down by 8. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 just shy of the 30. And now it's Rosen looking. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wilson snags it left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. Now it's Rosen.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
And he can't get a throw away. play. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they will take a knee here. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Redskins, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.